welcome back. I want to show you something here. Can you believe this? Ricky made these shuriken. Unbelievable! I'm going to hide my face. Look at, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Right? If I go like this, I feel like I'm almost in Togakure no Kamae, don't I? I got to hide my face or else it won't focus on the right thing. So here we go. Got my weapons hidden. Well, not this one. But check it out. There it is. Shinto Seiburyu. Ricky made that. He made it look like bamboo, so it's kind of a nice artistic one. Now these things stick. They're good for half spin. They're really awesome. And you look awesome, right? I mean, you look awesome, right? Look at that. Boom. Oh, I'm looking cool. What? You know, hey, look at that. You even look awesome, right? Boom. In my, well, now they can see it. But anyways, you can go, boom, boom. I can hold it there. Any way you want. Boom. Use the other end, right? You don't want to kill them. All right, anyways, I got another message for you today, right? So, like I promised you the other day, we had another Japanese Dai Shihan come by the Kasumian. How awesome is that? Furuta Sensei came by and gave us a message from him to you. So without further ado, let's get into it. I don't know what that means.
はい、皆さん、こんにちは。元気ですか？婦人館古田です。
Me, Furuta-san from the Bujinkan.
今日ね、いろいろメッセージができるということで、とても楽しみにしてきました。外は大雨だったですけど、ここに来てよかったです。ポールさんの家です。
So then he says, you know, I heard that I could give a message to you also. I was very excited, very happy to come out. He says, you know, it's pouring cats and dogs. He says, soto, outside. Soto oame desu. So oame means big. O is big. Oame, big rain. So outside is big rain right now. But I'm very happy to have come out. And this is Paul's house here. I'm at Paul's house. So let's go on.
皆さん、本当コロナウイルスで、新型コロナで非常にね、大変なところですが、忍者はね、実は1000年以上、ご存知のように1000年以上の歴史がありますから、歴史をずっと辿っていくといろんなことがあった。でも生き残ってきたんですよね。生き残ってきた。武芸の中に。
So the next part, he says, it's difficult times right now. We have this corona virus. They say virus. We say virus in Japanese. In English, they say virus. Shingata, he says, we have this difficult times now because of the coronavirus. Then he says, Shingata coronavirus. Because this is a new form, right? Shingata. Shin means new. Atarashi, right? Shingata, gata means form, like kata, right? So, Shingata coronavirus. So we have difficult times here. Then he says, the ninjas have a long history, you know, a long thousands of years of histories. And he says, as you know, right? And he says it, you know, gozonji no yoni. And this means, you know, it's very polite. It's gozonji no yo. So as you've heard, as you're well aware, the ninja have these thousands of years of history, right? And if you look back on their history, tadotte iku, that's the word, right? Trace back or look back on if you trace the path, tadotte iku is to go, right? We know that there were so many events, so many happenings, right? We've had war, famine, probably caused by war, and natural disasters, earthquakes here in Japan. And we all know the ninja lived during the warring states period, right? Sengoku Jidai, right? So we know there's been a lot of intrigue, a lot of happenings, right? But if you look back, even though they've had all those happenings, all those good and terrible events, they have survived. Ikinokotta. Ikinokoru is the verb, right? To live, ikiru. Nokoru is to be left over, right? So like maybe you have some pizza left over from last night and you're like, pizza nokotteru ka? Right? So is there any pizza left, right? Nokotteru means to be left over, right? So iki nokoru. So the most important thing is that you have survived. You have been one of those left alive, right? So that's the most important thing he's saying is that we must survive.
36系逃げるにしかず遁走の術があります。こう生き残るっていうことね。
Now this next part is quite interesting. There's a saying, and I've always loved this saying. I learned this saying when I first got to Japan. Some old man, an old history teacher, when I was teaching English a long time ago. I was teaching English in a junior high school, and this really, really dignified old gentleman was teaching history. And he would always just teach me things out of the blue. And he taught me this saying, 36系. That means the 36th plan. Nigeru ni shikazu. Nigeru is to escape. Shikazu is, it's the only thing left to do, right? So the 36th plan, the 36th thing to do if everything else fails, is to escape. Because if you have your life, you still have another chance, right? Maybe just have a peaceful life. Hell, just get away. Right? There's 18 arts that the ninja learn, right? 13, I should say, omote, and there's 18 ura, right? You add those up, there's 36. So the 36th one is just to get the hell out, right? If all the other things fail, then get out of there, right? So, 36, nigeru ni shikazu is what he's saying here. So, it's okay to escape. Sometimes that's the only thing you can do is avoid and escape and live on, right? And there's no shame in that, right? Living on. That's in some of Sensei's books as well. We can talk about that some other time as well. But escaping and avoiding is one of the most important things that you can remember. And it comes 36, right? Because 18 and 18 makes 36. There you have the last one is to just get the hell out. Get away, right? So he's saying this. The most important thing here is like we have this saying. 36th plan is to get out.
一番大切だと思いますから、ぶち当たっていかずに生き残っていって優しく寝てまた生きていきましょう。どうもね、また来れるようになったら日本にね来てくださいね。じゃあバイバイ。
And the last part of his message is this. ぶち当たっていかずに。ぶち当たる means to like boom, hit something, right? ぶち当たっていかずに. Z means to don't do that, right? So without, any kind of force, any kind of brute force, like punching through something, like I gotta get through this, I gotta, bam, I gotta break through the wall and get through this without that kind of feeling. So you might have wondered why he's hugging that cat, right? That wooden cat. That cat is really interesting. I found that in a recycle shop and it was quite cheap. I was like, oh my God, look at this cat. So I bought it because if you go to Nikko and you go to see the tomb of the last shogun, Ieyasu, right? To go through the gates, to climb up the mountain, to go to his tomb, you go through a gate and they have this sleeping cat, Nemuri Neko, above the gate, right? So when I found this Nemuri Neko in the store, I had to get it, right? So he saw that and he picked it up and he's saying, without buchi atate ikazu, without this kind of struggle, without this kind of force, take it easy, like this cat here, right? And just sleep peacefully, rest while this storm is blowing over, the coronavirus or whatever we have, the protests around the world. I'm not saying don't protest or do protest. I'm just saying to take it easy a bit, right? Like this cat. And watch, sleep, get some rest. And this goes with that saying that we have in our Dojo-kun, which I did talk about last week. If you want to get in on that, we're going to have a European talk again about it sometime. You can join us then. But the Dojo-kun, right? The 5 kind of rules of the dojo say that nintai wa ippuku no kan tozo shire. Something like this, right? Knowing that nintai is just but a moment in time, right? And that's why when he said that on the video, I went out and I got the picture that I drew with the cat with the mouse on its butt. And we can look at it right here, right? You see there's a cat smoking a pipe, just relaxing. There's a mouse on its butt, but he doesn't care. He's not trying to get the cat. He's not getting upset. He's just having a smoke and relaxing, letting everything just kind of chill out, calm down. So that's what Furuta-san is saying here. Like, just take it easy, sleep, don't worry too much, rest. And then he says, thank you. And when this all blows over, when we can travel again, please come back and see us in Japan. Ja, bye-bye, right? So in Japanese we say ja ne, which means see you later. But he says ja, bye-bye, right? So kind of mixes them up. We say that too. Right. Maybe that helps you out with some of these Japanese translations as well. Maybe you're studying Japanese, maybe you're not, maybe you just want these messages, and that's fine. Remember to take it easy, sleep well. When this thing is over, we look forward to seeing you back here in Japan. We'll see you next time.